What's up, guys? Welcome. Hey, man, it's the first episode of the Orange Crush Hour pod. I'm your host, JMX. Got my other host here, Trav. Y'all know him as Denver Trav, man. Hey, look, me and him are both excited. We got a lot of content in store for you guys. We gonna try to pump out as many episodes as we can a week. Um, but yeah, hey, look, we're here. It's a new era. I'm excited. Trav, man, how you doing, man? How you feeling?
Super excited, especially with the off season and just getting this pod going and being able to talk about the best team in the country.
Oh yeah, you feel me, man? Like it's just, hey, it's a beautiful time right now. The Broncos, we actually like back contending for real. We've had a great off season so far. And yeah, man, let's jump right into it and let's talk about it. Man, free agency. Free agency is crazy. I will say, like, the first week of it for the Broncos was absolutely like it really brought back those 2014 vibes for real, bro. Brought back, and I know you remember that when we picked up T.J. Ward, Emmanuel Sanders, Aqib Talib, DeMarcus Ware. Like, I really had got that feeling. Obviously, we didn't sign that many guys, but I mean, just in terms of how aggressive we were, it felt like that offseason all over again. And just to kind of start things off, we started off before free agency. I think this was the night before it started. I could be wrong, but the Broncos extended DJ Jones, one of the best run stopping defensive tackles in the game. I mean, and the Broncos they paid him pretty good, 3 year, 39 million. Got 8 million signing bonus, 26 million of it guaranteed. It just goes to show the market that he was going to have, and I think the Broncos probably still saved some money a little bit re-signing him. But I love this. I didn't want to lose him because it was just going to create another hole for us to probably have to go get someone else. And I mean, the market was kind of good at this position, but I'm glad we brought back our guy. He's 30. We got him on a 3 year deal, and I mean, hey, look, I'm just happy he's back. And this defensive line is looking nasty, man.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like if you got rid of DJ Jones, I mean, you could go after a guy like Milton Williams, but at the same time, I mean, you've seen the price that they paid for him compared to what we paid for DJ Jones, and I mean, like you said, with free agency, we opened it up with a bang, and I've kind of been making this point, all free agency is it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality of what you get. People think because their team goes out and spends, all their money in 2 days that they're a Super Bowl contending team, but it just shows that Denver went out and executed on, the guys they needed to, brought back guys they needed to, and they did it at the right price, and it shows that we don't have as many holes as other squads do.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, look, bro, like getting him back was huge. I mean, just in general, like we got a lot of extensions to do. Zach Allen, Nick Bonito, and John Franklin Myers is one of those guys too. He's been really vocal about wanting that new deal. But I definitely think getting him back. And I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna talk about in a while of how bringing him back may have really helped us land some other free agents. But shout out to DJ Jones. I'm glad he back. I mean, I'm not gonna he earned it though. Like, he really did earn it. Like he's had his ups and his downs, but I will say last year he was, bro, run stoppage, he's phenomenal. And I'm so glad we didn't. Look, I wanted Milton Williams. I thought he was going to be an underrated free agent, but when the NFL put him as the best free agent out there, I said, "Oh shit, that underrated stuff is out the window." Patriots gave him 26 a year. I mean, the only other guy I probably would have went after may have been like Puna Ford, but I mean, I'm glad we brought our guy back. Shout out to DJ.
I'm
Um,
glad to. I mean, yeah, like you said, Puna Ford or Milton, but like I'm not paying. I mean, dude, he's the highest paid. He's the highest paid player in Patriots franchise history.
yeah, like that's I'm like, and
Insane.
yeah, and like I'm not saying he ain't worth it, but it's just like that's a big ticket for a defensive tackle. That's a big ticket. Somebody who's not like, I mean, we'll see how good he is over there, obviously, but bro, he got like Aaron Donald money, bro. Like that's crazy.
He did,
I'm
and,
sorry.
and and I've been making it kind of a point, when talking to Patriot fans, like, are we not giving credit to the Eagles D line that helped this guy be who he was?
Yeah, I mean,
So
yeah, and plus he really only had one impactful season. Like he's been good. He was a good rotational player, but this was the year he got to step up and be like the starter. So I mean, we'll see what he does in New England. But I mean, overall, I'm glad the Broncos kept their guy.
me too.
But moving on to the next free agent signing, I'm not gonna lie, this one, I really wanted us to get him over Javon Holland. I'm so glad we did. Talonoa Hufanga, the 49ers safety. I mean, 20, bro, he's young. 26. I mean, the Broncos locked him up quick. I mean, this was day one. Broncos went out and got their safety to kind of start over it's not a PJ Lock replacement, but you're just adding to the safety room. He's gonna be the starter. And we got him on a really good deal. 3-year, $39 million contract. 20 of it is guaranteed. And I mean, the Broncos are only paying him 1.5 million for the first season. He's getting 11 in 2026. And the Broncos can, if it doesn't work out, the team can opt out of his contract in 2027, and only 20 million of this contract is guaranteed from the 39 million. And I mean, we're talking about a guy who, before the ACL tear, was an All-Pro, considered one of the best safeties in the league, one of the best cover safeties in the game. He can guard pretty much anything. I mean, he can guard wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, and that was kind of a key point with PJ Locke where he struggled a bit last year was the coverage. And I mean, this guy is all world, bro. Like when he's healthy, it's just, bro, he plays at an All-Pro level, and he's 26. Like, you got him locked up in his contract. I think his contract doesn't end until he's 28. So you can pay him again after that. I mean, he's on a really, really great deal. Shout out to the Broncos for getting this done, man.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I mean, he has that mentality of a winner, and everybody wants to bring up, oh, the Broncos signed a guy that has an injury history. Well, I mean, the Broncos have Bo Lowry and one of the best medical staffs in all of football. So, I mean, I'm not really too worried about that because I don't know if you remember when we got Zach Allen. That was the same thing. People were like, oh, he's coming off an injury. He's not going to be up to par. I think Hufanga is in probably the best secondary in football now, and he's going to be a big impact to stopping the run, which I believe that was the main reason they signed him. Yeah, like Locke is not that good in coverage, but I feel like the Buffalo Bills game showed the Denver Broncos that we need to stop the run, and we're going to go out and get guys that can. Hufanga is a guy that can stop the run, and, I mean, dude, we've seen with the 49ers when healthy, he looked like Troy Polamalu, bro. Like, he literally looked like a guy that he flies everywhere, bro. He's a side-to-side safety, bro.
Yeah, and he's a dog, too, bro. He brings that dog mentality, and you know what him and this other guy we finna talk about, what they finna bring to Denver. I mean, bro, it's just like, I'm just so proud of George Payton and Sean, bro. I'm just so happy that them boys went out and got him. Like, I mean, look, we could have went and got Javon Holland, which I think he's really good, but I think that's more name value. Hufanga's the better player. They saw an opportunity to get him at a steal of a contract because of the injury history. And I'm glad you brought up the Zach Allen, because I remember when we bought him and everyone was like, man, we should have brought back Draymond, bro. Like, this dude been injured. And, bro, ever since Sean Payton has taken over as the head coach and brought in his own training staff, you've seen it's been night and day, bro. Like, before we brought him in, we were dealing with injuries like any other team in the league. And ever since he's been there, we've been probably the least injured team in the league. And I mean, that just goes to show what a really good training staff can do for you. I mean, it is just, like I said, it's night and day. I think the only major injury that we've had was when Tim Patrick tore his ACL again, or his Achilles, I think, in camp. I think that was the only major injury that we've had. I mean, even going back to last year, the only guys that got hurt was Singleton tore his ACL, and Pat got a concussion, and Riley Moss got hurt. I think those are the three. Like, I know McGlinchey went down, but it's not like other teams. You look at teams like San Francisco. You look at teams like, I mean, there's a lot of teams in the league, Cowboys, that be dealing with all these injuries where they going into the game and they basically just forfeiting because all their guys are hurt. And the Broncos have just done a really good job. And I'm glad we didn't cut PJ, because now we got so much depth in that room now. And like you said, it's the best secondary in football, bro.
And I mean, I kind of feel like, we do still have some young guys like JL Skinner. And I mean, I think that Hufanga could be a guy that really impacts a guy like Skinner. Like, and if they get the full potential out of JL Skinner, man, I'm telling you, like what he did at Boise State.
On special teams too.
Oh yeah, he's a special teams demon, bro. That's what I'll be calling him. But I think he's gonna be. I think Hufanga's a guy that can coach up the younger talent there, and him and Brandon Jones are gonna take care of the safety room, 100%.
Bro, and that's another dude we forgot about. Him and Brandon Jones, that safety tandem, bro. You talk about coverage. I mean, these guys can line. Like, that's the main thing I think why this is such a really good signing. Is just because now, even when like we ran zone, there was some weak spots. PJ was kind of a weak spot in coverage. Not all the time, but it was sometimes he were in the linebackers. I mean, you getting him, bro, it just him and Brandon Jones, like I said, they can line up. If you playing a team that's got two really good tight ends, hey, bro, you can match up now. Not to mention you still got Pat, Riley Moss, and Jaquan. They're still developing. They're still really young too. And that's the one thing I love about the secondaries. They're all young. They all under 30. And it's like, bro, you got these guys. I mean, because when we had the no fly zone, like they weren't young, they were vets, but they were cold and they were at the top of their game, but they were vets, bro. This group, like those five, bro, they could last about 4 to 5 years playing together.
or
Like it's
longer.
crazy. Like Denver could be having one of the best secondaries in the league for the next half decade. Like you know how crazy that sounds. The next half decade. But yeah, shout out to the Broncos for getting Hufanga. But yeah, moving on to the next 49ers guy. I'm not gonna lie, this was my favorite signing. Over all the signings we made, Dre Greenlaw, the Broncos got him, bro. I'm not gonna lie, when I saw we got him, I think it was DJ Jones, and shout out to him because I definitely think DJ Jones played a part of getting Hufanga and Greenlaw because he tweeted. I remember like he tweeted and was like, "It's up, Law," and I was like, "Wait, what?" And then the news just broke like a minute later after that, bro. I don't get in Dre Greenlaw, but we have not had a solidified linebacker in that room since Danny Trevathan and Brandon Marshall. I know people are gonna probably say Todd Davis. No, bro. We haven't had a guy bringing that dog mentality, can cover sideline to sideline. I mean, when he's healthy, bro, he is a top, whatever you want, a top 5, top 10 linebacker in the league. And we got him 3 years, 31 million. Only 13.5 of that is guaranteed. Like, we're not paying, while he's on this contract, we're not paying him over 10 million a year. That is an absolute steal. I don't know how the Broncos got that. I don't know why his market. I mean, I understand he's coming off the injury, the Achilles, and that played a part in it, but I don't care, bro. This dude is a dog. I'm so glad we got him. And like I said, bro, you can now, whoever you put next to him, I mean, it's fine. You can literally run man to man, bro. And I think that's something Vance Joseph really wanted to get. I feel like he heard all the zone talk, and it's like, yeah, we got killed a lot in that linebacker room running that zone. Cody Barton was good, and Alex Singleton was good, but they're not cover guys. And getting a guy like Greenlaw is just peak, bro. Like I just can't believe him and Hufanga are Broncos right now, bro. Like 2 years ago, we talking about that 49ers got the best defense in the league. And we're listing these guys, and these guys just came to Denver, bro. And oh my God, it's beautiful, dog.
Yeah, I agree with you on Greenlaw, and actually, like, I was on live, and I got a notification, and it was DJ Jones, and his tweet about what's up, Law, or whatever, it's up, Law, and I was like, what is he talking about? And I was actually right before that telling a Niner fan, I was like, we're signing Dre Greenlaw. I was like, he's a Bronco, and literally the news broke, and I started freaking out on TikTok Live about how we just got Greenlaw, and everybody was like, you're lying, you're lying. But, he brings that dog mentality, like you said. I think he's the leader of the Broncos defense. I think that he's going to be the vocal leader of this team on defense, and that's a scary thought. And, people want to bring up his injury. He's only had one injury, which was the Super Bowl. He took last year off to recover. And even Niner fans will tell you, at the couple games he did play there at the tail end of the year, he was dominating. So, and they got him for, like you said, around 10 to 11 mil a year. And that's literally cheap. That's cheap for a guy like him. And if you think about it, he chose the Broncos because the Niners tried to get him back. And he picked the Broncos, and I think it's the culture, man. I think, the young defense and, having Pat and that elite secondary. And, it kind of helps a guy like Alex Singleton coming off an injury. It kind of helps him bringing in Dre Greenlaw.
Yeah, and if Singleton is a guy next to him, it's fine now because now you got two linebackers who can do a little bit of everything. And, I mean, they play differently, but Alex, they're two different linebackers. But this I just cannot believe this man's a Bronco, bro. Like, even right now, and it's been a while, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. Like you said, he's going to bring, bro, him and Hufanga, they're going to bring that swag to this defense. They're going to bring a different mentality, a kill mentality. And like you said, the leader, we needed that guy in the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, we needed that leader. And now we got it, and he's just about, oh, my God. I can't wait to see this defense next season, bro. I mean, it's going to be an absolute, like.
They're going to dominate.
Our defense, bro, our defense was what? I'll say top 2 last year. I probably have us behind the Eagles, but I think we were up there, though. We were missing every little hole we had, we plugged it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been, and we're talking about, and it's not just going out and getting whoever. We got the top guys, bro.
We did.
We got all pros. Like, this is, and we got them on cheap deals, and which is so good because even next year, we're still going to have so much money to make this roster even better. Shout out to Sean Payton and George Payton, man. Them boys are cooking. But yeah. Going on to the next guy we picked up, it's a little small signing, but hey, man, I mess with it. Trent Sherfield. picked him up. I think the last time he played for was the Vikings. Yeah, played for the Vikings. Hey man, this is just a special team signing, wide receiver. We got him on a 2-year, $6 million deal. Only 1.5 of it is guaranteed. But I know Bronco fans like, bro, this is the receiver we bring in. It's a special team signing, bro. This dude is a gunner. He's one of the best special teams guys in the league. Man, like you brought up earlier before we started, like watching this guy's film, bro. It's man. Tell us about Trent Sherfield, bro.
I mean, he's the true definition of a gunner. He's going to be that guy on special teams that goes out there and puts his body on the line to, make a big play. And people say he's not a good receiver. If you go watch his film, I mean, there's a clip where Hufanga was actually chasing down Trent Sherfield up the stretch, and he gets open. Is he the best receiver? I wouldn't say he's the best, but I do think that he's a guy that if you put him down in certain packages that he's going to make a play. And, I mean, for me, it's the special teams. You got to look at everything. And, having Darren Rizzi as your special teams guy now, they're going to be bringing the boom. And I think that Sherfield's that guy to bring the boom. So.
Yeah, and I mean, he's the Tremont Smith replacement. And shout out to Tremont Smith as well. I'm glad that the Broncos, because most teams would have just probably picked up some random guy. No, they went out and you could tell they did their research and they brought in a guy. Shout out to Sherfield, bro. Like, I'm excited to see what he can do for special teams because, hey, man, the special teams, they weren't great. I mean, Sean, obviously, they let go of the guy before. I forget his name, but, they brought in, I'm glad they brought in Rizzi. But, I mean, hey, look.
Ben Cotwitta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, hey, look, they think it need improvement. The special teams does. I mean, we got a lot to. It's a lot, but I mean, for special teams, obviously, I know Sean was pretty pissed about the Chiefs game when Alex Forsythe just got put on his ass and we lost that game. And I'm just glad to see this team taking special teams serious because a lot of teams around the league, they really don't. They just kind of, man, it's whatever. It's gonna be whatever. But the Broncos, they take pride in it, man. And this signing just shows that for sure.
Yep.
But yeah, going on into. I know this is probably a lot of people's favorite signing of the offseason. Evan Engram. Now, look, this is the guy I wanted Denver to trade for during the season. And, we obviously didn't, and I'm glad. He could have helped us out, during last season for sure. But the Broncos winded up with him anyway. I think, was it day one he visited? Yeah, day one. I think it came out day one of free agency. He just came out of nowhere. Evan Ingram's visiting the Broncos. So he was like, oh, shit. What the hell? He visiting. Oh, okay, bet. I mean, the Jaguars just straight up cut him. He's 30. He'll be 31 this year during the season, but I don't care, bro. Evan Ingram's a dog. We got him on 2 year, $23 million. 16 and a half of it is guaranteed. The Broncos get their tight end. Sean Payton gets his joker. And I saw people saying he's not the joker. He's exactly what Sean was talking about. You can line him out wide. You can line him up in the tight end. I mean, he can do a lot of different things, but I think Sean is going to want a lot of different, those joker type players. You got a guy like Mims too, and I think we're going to get a guy in the draft as well, but Evan Engram, bro, he's 100 times upgraded whatever we had in that room last year. Lucas Kroll, Adam Trotman, Evan Engram, I don't care if he doesn't have the same year that he's had in Jacksonville. I don't care. Whatever he gives us is I don't even know the word to describe it. It's just way better than what we had. It's an improvement. I'm so glad we went out and got him. Good deal. Shout out to the Chargers for lowballing him too, man. I want to give them a quick.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's probably my favorite signing. You got a tight end that has been a top 5 production tight end since 2022, putting up great numbers every year. The Joker role, I think he is the Joker. You see, the Broncos put out a hype video yesterday, and they put the Joker logo over his clips. I just feel like he's a guy that is. Especially if, Denver, rides with Sutton on the outside. I feel like Evan Engram makes the middle a problem now. So that opens up the outside for Mims and Sut. So I'd love this move. I think that Evan Ingram's going to have one of his best years next year because we know what Sean Payton does with tight ends. And I think that he's going to be that guy 100%.
Yeah, and I think this still leaves the door on us drafting a tight end. Maybe not first round, but like definitely unless the guy like Tyler Warren falls, which would be insane. But I mean, I think we could still see him taking one maybe in the later rounds because the thing you just said it, you can line him up outside next to Sutton if you want to. Like you can run formations where he's lined up outside, and you can still have another tight end who's really good at receiving and plug him in there too. Like because Evan Ingram, there a lot of teams are gonna put corners on him.
Yep.
That's just what it is because he's too like if you're gonna put a linebacker on him, it's he's gonna like unless you got a guy like shit, a Greenlaw or a Fred Warner or something like that, bro, you're not gonna no, like he's gonna cook you. And that's the one thing that's the good thing about bringing him in is that he can win those matchups. And I do not be surprised if Denver taking one too, man. Like bringing him, I mean, it's just crazy. We're only paying him 2.9 this year. We got him on a steal of a deal, man. Like it's the Broncos were cooking, just flat out cooking. I mean, goddamn.
And he picked us. I mean, think about it. He stayed the night in Denver, went out and ate dinner with Sean, was at the facility for a whole day, and then went to the Chargers. They offered him this pretty much the same deal, and Evan Ingram picked Bo Nix and the Broncos. So
Yeah. Like I heard they offered him a little bit less, which is crazy because the Chargers had more money than us. Hey, but fine by me. And the crazy thing is though, it's like you would think he would probably choose Justin Herbert. He was like, nah, I'm gonna go with the coach. I'm gonna go with the offensive coach, and I'm glad he did it, and that's why I'm so glad we got Sean Payton, bro. He chose the offensive coach. The Broncos courted him first, and we got him, man. But yeah, the Broncos we signed someone else, a punter, Matt Hacken, which kind of wants me to transition into the guys we did lose in free agency. Um, which yeah, some of these guys I'm real happy, but I'll start with Zach Wilson. He left. He's gonna get a shot in Miami. They gave him 1 year worth up to 10 million. I think that's a good spot for Zach. Obviously Tua will be having his injury, so I think Zach might get a chance. I'm not praying on Tua's injury. I'm just saying, it's been happening. So I think Zach get his chance in Miami. What you think?
I agree. I mean, I wanted Zach to stay, because he has that swagger about him, and I thought that him and Bo and Stidham had a really great relationship together. But I mean, I'm not too sad about it. I feel like we brought back the guy that took reps when we were up, and a guy that is still that veteran in the locker room. I know a lot of people don't like Stidham. Me personally, I think that him and Bo have a little bit of history, both being from Auburn, and I think they have a great relationship. And I think that he's there to back up his franchise quarterback in Bo Nix.
Yeah. And I'm gonna just run by these next few. Cody Barton, he went to Tennessee on a 3-year deal, but I'm all fine with that. We got Dre Greenlaw, Tremont Smith. He went to Houston. They gave him a little bit of a check. He goes back to the Texans on a 2-year deal. And we lost. We picked up Matt Hack, but we lost Riley Dixon. Kind of salty he chose Tampa over us, but they gave him a 3. They probably gave him more years, is my guess. They gave him 3 years, $6 million. He goes to the Bucks. But the two I want to talk about, Javonte Williams. Let's start with Javonte Williams. He goes to Dallas on a 1-year, $3 million deal. And I saw Cowboys fans are losing their minds. They thought they just got a steal of a running back. And, I do wish Javonte the best. But, look, I'm not going to sit here and say, man, y'all know I was one of those guys that was definitely, like, get this man off my team. But I do wish him the best. But, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, we're definitely going to probably draft a running back or, bring in someone else that we're going to talk about in a little bit. But, yeah, man, I think his time in Denver was okay. Before the injury, it was really good. And, he just wasn't the same after that injury, man. But hopefully in Dallas, we'll see what they can do with him. Hopefully, he can try to bounce back. But as far as the Broncos go, I'm glad we moved on.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, a lot of people, and I say this over and over again, a lot of Bronco fans live off of nostalgia and what a guy did 5 years ago. Me personally, I don't care what you did 5 years ago. Yeah, he had a great rookie year. He looked like he was our franchise running back. After he blew his knee out, he never recovered. And what blows my mind is, like, the Dallas Cowboys picked up Javonte Williams over a guy like J.K. Dobbins that's coming off of a career-high year that's 26 years old. It makes zero sense. The same with the Raiders picking up, a guy like Raheem Mostert. It makes no sense. Like, Dobbins is just sitting in free agency. He's 26, coming off of a career-high year. I have no idea what the Cowboys are thinking.
Yeah, I don't, and they let him go over Rico Dowdle, which Rico Dowdle's miles away the better running back. But yeah, I mean, hopefully Javonte can have a bounce back here in Dallas. But going on to the cream of the crop, man. I got really scared there for a second. I thought the Broncos were going to really bring him back. Lil Jordan Humphrey signs a 1-year deal with the Giants. Oh my God. That man is Trav. You know how much bro. That man is off my team. Whoo! Y'all should have seen me yesterday when I woke up and I seen that. I got a few text messages. It was like, man, your boy left, and I'm like, wait, who the Broncos got rid of? The Giants. Shout out to the Giants. Shout out to Lil Jordan Humphrey, man. He chose the Giants over us. We had gave him a deal, but he goes to the Giants. Shout out to Joe Schoen, however you pronounce his name. Shout out to the Giants general manager and the fantastic job he's doing over there in New York. I mean, just give him a round of applause for seeing Lil Jordan Humphrey on the market and making that move, baby. I am so glad that man will not be back on the team, and I hope he makes the team, because if he gets cut, the Broncos gonna probably try to get him back, bro. No, I need him to go in preseason and have a Victor Cruz moment, and just, bro, stay in New York. But I am so glad right now that man did not re-sign with this team, bro. I mean, we had him at wide receiver 2 for most of the season last year, and he didn't do basically jack shit. He was just there for blocking, bro, and couldn't get open. Didn't have that many. His hands weren't that great, and I mean, you've seen a lot of people trying to defend him. Like, somebody was talking about he was the best wide receiver we had with the ball in his hands. People came at me in all different types of ways. I could care less, bro. I'm just happy that man is off my team. I don't care about the play he made against Atlanta. I don't care about the play he made against the Chargers. I don't care about any of it. I've seen enough. I'm tired of going after the game, looking at next-gen stats, and his average yards separation was 0.1. And you're like, bro, what the fuck were you doing? Like, oh, man. What you think of it, man?
I agree. I think he was a good blocker for the team, in certain packages. But I personally think that LaJordan Humphrey didn't care about being on the Denver Broncos because his role had been replaced. You've seen at the tail end of the year, you got Devon Vele, Troy Franklin, Marvin Mims, and Cortland Sutton, which are all better than him. The blocking aspect of, people bring up about LaJordan. Devon Vele has every capability and ability in the National Football League to be a blocker. He's huge. He's big-bodied. He's strong. And, I mean, dude, if we want to talk about blockers, put Trent Sherfield out there. He can block too. LaJordan Humphrey is not a loss to the Denver Broncos at all. Like you said, if he does not make their roster, then we may end up signing him back. But I don't think that happens. I think that he went to a team that needs, a veteran presence at receiver and a guy that can, block and play that role. I think that he went a place where he could kind of showcase his talent of what he still has left. In Denver, he wasn't getting reps, so I think that's kind of why he chose New York. So shout out to New York and goodbye, LaJordan Humphrey.
Yeah, peace. But yeah, and kind of sticking to the wide receiver position and transition away just a little bit from, the guys we brought in, the guys we lost. I kind of want to ask your opinion on like this thing. I see a lot of people want us to bring in a veteran wide receiver, and I just don't think we're going to do it. Not wide receiver, but I did see this one thing on Twitter where somebody was talking about, like how would, and I just want to throw the scenario at you and get your kind of thoughts on it. How would you feel if, Denver say they bring in a guy like Amari Cooper, Keenan Allen, or Diggs or whoever, and then, Sutton has a deal coming up. We got to end up paying Sutton, and say like we bring one of those guys in and then we trade Sutton for like a 3rd round pick or just draft capital in general. How would you feel about that? Is that a move that you think would be smart for the Broncos to make, or you think they should just keep Sutton and, just keep Sutton and just focus and just draft the wide receiver early?
Me being honest with you, Keenan Allen hates the Broncos. He's literally, made it pretty vocal that he doesn't like our team. And, when he was with the Chargers, he kind of shit on us. So I don't really want Keenan Allen. Would he be an asset to the team? Absolutely. I mean, he has really good hands and pretty good, route running still to this day. Amari Cooper, I wouldn't mind. And same with Diggs, if it's for the right price, sure. I would rather the Broncos keep Sutton and draft. I mean, if we're talking about the guys in the draft, Matt Golden, Luther Burton, Emeka Ibuka, I'm taking all 3 of those guys over Keenan, Amari, and Diggs right now. So I mean, I would rather keep Sutton because I mean Sutton's been here through the ups and downs, and I feel like like I said earlier, he's the only piece of Demaryius Thomas that we really have left, and I think that he would be willing to take a lesser deal to stay with the team. I mean, we've seen last year he took a extension that wasn't really amazing to stay with his team.
Yeah, I'm not 100% against it. I mean, just because I'm thinking like say you do sign a guy like Diggs or Amari. Realistically, it'll probably be Amari. That would be my guess. Say realistically, you bring in a guy like Amari, he comes in, and then you can still draft the receiver early, and then you get rid of Sutton, and now you got that pick as well. So now you got extra draft capital. That's kind of where I'm sitting at it a little bit. You got that extra draft capital. If you do trade Sutton, say a team like Baltimore wants him, you can get off of him for a third round pick in this draft is crazy. Like you can get a stud, bro. But I'm not really against it because also there's no guarantee that Sutton is gonna take another pay cut. Like I mean, he took one this year. I think he's gonna want his money, and based on the guys and what they're worth, like he's probably gonna want something north of over 20 million. And I just don't know if the Broncos would do something like that. I mean, this is all in theory. I haven't heard anything of the Broncos deciding this. I was just throwing this out there, but I mean, I wouldn't think it'd be the worst thing, but yeah, I don't think it'd be the worst thing, man.
And I think, I mean, to your point, like we've seen Bo and Sut together on the off season. I think that the connection there, and I think that's really where I think Sean and GP are going to get some sort of deal done, and it may be one of those deals where, kind of like with Jonathan Cooper, they give you the deal, and then they restructure you, later on and give you signing bonus money to save the cap, which I could definitely see the Denver Broncos doing for Cortland Sutton because we do have Walmart money. So
Yeah, facts. And now I want to transition to guys that we could really still pick up in free agency. I'm gonna give two. We can talk about two guys, and then if you want to throw out some names too, you can. One guy I want to talk about is Elijah Moore. I think this would be a steal pickup. He's not really like you're not gonna really have to break the bank for him, and he's 24, bro, and he's one of the best route runners to me in the game. I think this will be a steal if you can get him, bro. I mean, he's so young, and like I said, route running ability. I mean, I'm surprised I'm not surprised he doesn't have a market. He didn't have the best year in Cleveland, but I mean, it was Cleveland. Like he was, I think, wide receiver 2, and JMX and those guys, and Deshaun at quarterback. I think Sean can get the most out of him, to be completely honest with you. And it's just really the young factor. He's still, I think he was a second round pick.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember when he was drafted, but it's just the young factor. You can get him at such a low. Yeah, he's second round pick. You can get him at such a low price too. My guess is you probably can give him like 6 to 7 million a year if you want to bring him in, man. But what do you think about Elijah?
I think Elijah Moore. What did I say? Elijah Moore? Yeah. I think that he would be a solid pickup. He's not really too old. He's just been on bad teams. I think he could be one of those filler guys in the offense that make an impact for sure.
Yeah. Like I see people throwing the veteran thing out, but it's not. I just don't see. Maybe Amari probably, but that's the only guy I could really see. But going on to another free agent I want to talk about in Broncos country has been kind of raving about getting him. J.K. Dobbins. Now, like Trav brought up earlier, he is coming off probably his best season of his career. The only thing I'm really worried about J.K. is the injury factor. And, we brought up our really good training staff, but it's the position. Like, if we get J.K., I still want to really take a running back because I don't think he can be just the one and stay healthy throughout the course of the season. We saw that last year with the Chargers. He was damn good, but even in Baltimore, he couldn't be that bell cow back. I would love to bring him in, obviously, especially you saw the Broncos. They cleared up $3 million for a reason. And I would not be mad if we brought him in because my thing is, look, if you bring him in and you still draft a running back, you can run essentially a 2-back system. And he was a 900-yard back, and I think he missed a few games, didn't he?
Yeah, he missed a couple, but not too many. I think he played 13 games.
Yeah, I can check real quick. Yeah. He played 13 games, so he missed about 4. or about 3-4 games. So and gave 9 touchdowns. He was almost in 1,000-yard back. He almost won comeback player of the year. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not against it at all. And he's a guy. I mean, he's not the worst receiving back either. Like he can catch the ball and make plays in the screen game and the passing game as well. So I think it's definitely something the Broncos are looking into. I'm not gonna lie, especially because you can get him for like 3.5 to 5 million. So
Yeah, you can get him for pretty much nothing. And the way I see it is if you sign him to a 1-year deal and he balls out, then you extend him and you have a solid RB2. I think you still draft an every down back in this draft, like you stated. I think Dobbins makes the team better, even if he misses 4 games.
way better.
Makes the team better, and the veteran thing. I really think that you can get Amari Cooper for nothing. And prime Amari Cooper, man, and it went back when he was with Cleveland. I was begging.
It's not bad, bro. He's still that dog. I mean, I will say the drops concern me a bit because last year he was dropping shit left and right, bro. In Cleveland, oh my God, it was bad. But I will say, like, I still think it's an upgrade over what we had tremendously. Like, I think you bring him in, and the thing is, like, if you bring him in and you still drop the wide receiver, like, now you got just Bo got so many weapons now. Like, now you're looking, you know what I'm saying? And I think that's just the mindset Denver should have. But just what's been hearing, I don't know if they go after a veteran wide receiver. Like, I just don't think that's a move they're going to make at this point because I feel like they probably would have made it by now, you know? But I definitely think JK is 100% on the table. I think that they might bring him in. And if we bring him in, draft. If we sign JK, I'm still on board with drafting a running back early. Like I'm still on drafting one maybe in the first, second round. If a guy like Genty falls or Travion Henderson or one of those guys or Marion Hampton, I'm still on board for it 100%.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But I think that you could wait. I think you could wait and not go early. I think you could get Luther Burton or Emeka Ibuka, and then you got that guy. Like, here's the thing. Like, when we look at the Broncos receiving core, like, we don't have a guy that can play. Like, Mims can play out of the slot. Don't get it twisted. But we don't have a guy that is just a slot guy. Like, right now we have Mims. Mims is a gadget guy. He plays everywhere. He plays running back, outside, inside. He plays everywhere. We need a guy that is going to be in the slot. So, I mean, Emeka Ibuka.
So bad, bro. That's why I wanted Cooper Kupp so bad. Good God.
I mean, yeah, not for that price, though. But Emeka Ibuka could be that guy you put in the slot. I comped him to, Amon-Ra. Luther Burton you could put in the slot or the outside. And if they draft Burton, I mean, dude, you got 2 gadget guys. That'd be disgusting. Like,
yeah, I'm not going to lie. Like, and we're going to do a whole episode going over the draft. But I'm not going to lie. Getting a guy like Ibuka would just be – I mean, it would just – I don't think people understand how good he is, and it's just ridiculous. Like, you can line him up slot, outside. I mean, he's to me probably the best route runner in the draft. Call me crazy if you want to. I mean, the dude is filthy, bro. Like, I don't know, man. We'll see what they do in the draft, but I think as far as free agency goes, we've had a really good free agency, and there's still some guys out there we can get.
I agree.
It's been – we just gonna have to see. But I definitely think J.K. Dobbins is on the table for us 100%. But as far as that, I don't think there's any other running backs in free agency I think the Broncos would try to get. I know people have been throwing out the Jamal Williams thing. I definitely don't see that.
Mm-mm.
Definitely don't see that happening.
He's terrible, dude. No. That would be so bad, dude. Like,
yeah, I mean, just right now, I'm looking at the names. I mean, look, I ain't gonna lie, I did want Ty Johnson. I mean, I see people maybe floating. Nick Chubb, the injury just been kind of, I don't know about it. Especially they want him back in Cleveland for sure. But it's not really that many backs I would take right now in free agency. The only one that's really enticing to me is J.K. Dobbins. And if you don't take J.K. Dobbins, then I would just probably draft 2.
Would you trade for Tyler Algier? The Falcons are shopping Algier, a guy that showed that he's an RB1 in this league before they got Robinson. I mean, the big question is, would you trade for him, and what is the asking price on a guy like Algier?
I mean, I don't think Atlanta – I mean, has it been came out that they're shopping him, or people just floating him around?
I've been hearing that they're shopping him. Like that's what I've been hearing is
I
that.
think he's like worth probably a fourth, fifth round pick. I mean, when his first year in the league, he was an 1,000-yard rusher, and then you bring in Bijan, and he got brought back down to running back too. I mean, look, he's been healthy every single year of his career. Um, look, I'll be keep it bug with you. A fourth round pick for Tyler Algier, that's worth it in my eyes. Now I don't know if that's a move Denver will make, but I'll be all here for it. I think it'll take. You'll probably have to give up maybe 2 picks. I'll say maybe like a fourth and a sixth, and then get Algier, and you guys will swap the 6th round pick. I think it'll be something like that, or whatever the Broncos. Because I don't know if they'll swap picks, or I don't know, but I could see that type of trade being it. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna be 100% here for Tyler Algier, bro. He's a dog.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me because I mean we've seen Denver every year that Sean Payton has been our head coach has made a trade on draft night. It was Adam Troutman the first year, John Franklin Myers year 2, and it's not going to surprise me if they make another trade year 3. So
Yeah. But yeah. I think that's it. I think we covered pretty much everything. Is there anything else you want to bring up before we end it?
nope, just go Broncos, and we're back, baby.
Yep. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for this episode. First episode, guys. We got it down on the books. Make sure to leave a like, comment, hit that subscribe button for us. Show us some love, man. We gonna, like I said, get some content out for you guys pretty regularly. If we can. But yeah, that's gonna do it for the first episode. I'm your host JMX, my other host Trav. Till next one. Peace out.
Peace.